Most people think you need $5, $6, even $10,000 to get serious dual tube night vision. What if I told you that might not be true anymore? Today we're looking at the Aeon ANVB running NNVT-5 Gen 2 plus tubes. And depending on who you ask, this setup is either the smartest purchase in night vision or proof that you should maybe save a little longer and buy Gen 3. Which side is right? Well, by the end of this video, I'm going to tell you exactly who should buy this setup and who shouldn't. And one thing that surprised me the most after actually trying, testing, and using it. And trust me, the answer wasn't what I expected. Welcome back to Glockaholic76. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you like this video, at the end, hit that like button. It helps us get seen by more people just like you. And today we're breaking down the Aeon ANVB night vision binoculars and whether they actually deserve a place on your helmet. By the way, this is an OpsCore fast high cut carbon helmet with the Argus mount, which is a Wilcox clone. Most people look at the Gen 2s and they immediately dismiss it. They assume if it isn't Gen 3, it isn't worth owning. But night vision really isn't that simple. What matters is how it performs in the real world. Can it help you navigate? Can it help you train? Can it help you see what you couldn't otherwise see? And that's what we're here to find out today. I picked up this setup because night vision is becoming one of the fastest growing areas in the firearm and preparedness communities. But here's the problem. Most people never get into night vision because of the cost, or they'll buy an inexpensive digital version on Amazon or eBay, and it does the job, but it really doesn't give them that superior quality that you're going to get with something like this. And they'll spend years researching, watching videos, comparing specs, and watching from the sidelines and never going out and buying anything. I wanted to see if this setup could break that cycle. And my first impressions, I expected it to feel like a compromise. I expected to be constantly reminded that this wasn't a Gen 3. But after getting hands-on with it, I think my opinion started to change. And in a few minutes, I'm going to show you the features that completely changed how I view this particular setup. Here's something a lot of people off the bat don't realize. Your brain works harder with a monocular. When you're only feeding one eye enhanced information, your brain is constantly trying to merge the two different images together. That's one reason why many users report greater comfort and situational awareness with the dual tubes. There's a reason military operations and others around the world move toward this binocular system. It's not just about seeing anymore. It's about processing information more naturally. And later, I'm going to show you the biggest practical difference I noticed between the dual tube setup and running a single PVS 14. Let's quickly break down what you're actually getting in a setup like this. You really have three major components. You have your housing, which is in this case the Aeon ANVB housing. This is the foundation. It houses the electronics, the controls, the articulating pod, battery systems, and mounting interface. This takes a simple, I have an energizer here, the CR, the 1, 2, 3s. The tubes themselves, they're the NNVT-5 1600 FOM Gen 2 plus tubes. They're doing the heavy lifting. They're responsible for gathering the available light and amplifying it into a usable image. And then you have the glass. You have mil-spec PVS 14 glass, and this matters more than many people realize. Good glass helps preserve the image quality and clarity throughout the entire setup. This being a dual tube design, I think the first standout feature is being able to have two tubes. Your depth perception improves. Navigation feels more natural. Moving around obstacles becomes easier. Being able to articulate the pods gives you that flexibility. You can stow one side, you can adjust, you can fit and flip, and you can adapt the system to your different situations. This next feature really surprised me. This particular version has the smart controls. It has the IR light, which gives you that static or momentary IR burst. So where that would come in handy is your IR can be on permanently, or you can have it as a momentary setup where you can do your burst and you can use it intermittently, or you can send out Morse code if you needed to. When it comes to your lenses, you have your objective outer focus, and then you have your ocular focus, which is going to adjust for your eye if you wear glasses, or just if you want to adjust your vision. Great feature to have on this particular setup, or more than likely on any setup that you were going to put together. The integrated IR illuminator, it's just not an afterthought. It's an adjustable focus that lets you go from that flood to a spotlight. Whether you're working close or you're trying to reach your vision to a further out distance, you can tune the beam accordingly. The Fischer port opens up for future expansion. So you can hook up remote battery packs if you'd like. You can add additional accessories depending on your mission set. It can make your system feel more scalable. And you have that external battery pack option, which this is one of those things I think you don't appreciate until you've worn night vision for a while. Moving the battery weight to the rear helps balance out your helmet. That comfort becomes a much bigger deal when you're wearing this and the first hour goes by, and then you realize the balance it's important as opposed to just putting it on and wearing it for 5 minutes. So I think that's something that a lot of people don't realize. None of that really matters if the image quality isn't there. So let's talk about the thing that everybody really cares about. Night vision lives or dies on its performance. And how do these particular NNVT-5 tubes perform? The answer depends on your expectations. In areas with decent ambient light, like moonlight, urban spill, open terrain, they perform surprisingly well. The image is usable, very usable. Navigation is easy. Object identification becomes practical. Your movement itself just becomes more natural when wearing these. Where you start seeing some limitations, I think, is when you start hitting those really, really extreme dark environments. No, cloud cover, no stars, no moon, no ambient light, where your premium Gen 3 systems might pull away. For the most part, these do a fine job. And that's important because a lot of internal discussions, I think, ignore that context between the two different gens. Most people aren't conducting military operations in pitch black caves. They're training, they're navigating, they're learning, they're enjoying the capabilities of these devices. And for those purposes, this setup performs far better than many people expect. Let's get to the elephant in the room, shall we? Should you save longer for a Gen 3 version? My answer, if you have an unlimited budget, sure, why not? Buy the best. But most people don't live in that reality. The better question is this: would you rather own a capable dual tube night vision today, or would you rather spend years waiting for perfection, which quite honestly may never come, because capability today beats capability of someday? That's why systems like these are becoming so popular. The biggest advantage is the cost performance ratio. You get a genuine dual tube capability, night vision binocular setup without entering into that premium Gen 3 arena. The biggest downside is pretty simple. It's not a Gen 3, and if that's what you're looking for, and you need it for extremely low light environments, you'll eventually see that difference. Would I trust the Aeon ANVB setup here? Yes. For navigation, for training, for preparedness, for if you were doing Airsoft, or for learning just about night vision, absolutely. Why would I choose it over a Gen 3 setup if money wasn't a factor? I don't think I would. I think for the purposes I would use it for, the ones I just mentioned, there's no need to. However, I don't think that's the right comparison. I think the right comparison is whether this system provides meaningful capability and it has a much more attainable price. My opinion, definitely a great fit for a lot of people looking for this type of setup. If you found this video helpful and you want to see more Glockaholic 76, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. And if you like this video, like it. If you don't, either way, I want to hear your thoughts. Would you buy a Gen 2 Plus dual tube setup like this one? Or would you kind of stick to your guns firmly and it's Gen 3 only camp for you? Drop a comment below. As always, I appreciate you watching my videos. Train smart, shoot often, stay ready. Glockaholic 76. Talk to you soon.